Good morning, students. Today we are going to take up formal letters, and that too, which formal letters? That is letter of placing orders and letter of enquiry. So let's take up first the letter of placing order. What are the important things which go into the body of the letter of placing order? So, first of all, you have to refer to the quotation or the catalog which was given by the seller or advertised by the seller in a newspaper. You can also place an order when you know the seller is quite a reputed person and the date of quotation or the catalog. Next would be the list of requirements, that is the items to be ordered, and then date of delivery which is required by you, and of course the mode of payment. Mode of payment, it can be cash or through check, cash on delivery, or the check can be sent to the seller. So you have to mention that in the letter. And of course, we also have to mention that the goods should be of best quality as mentioned in the catalog or the quotation, and should be properly packed to avoid any damage during the transportation. You can also mention that in case of damaged goods or inferior goods, then you are not going to accept such goods. This line can be added in the body of the letter. So let's take up a question related to placing order, and then I'll explain how to go about it. You are the sports secretary of Jagjeevan Memorial School, Patparganj, Delhi. You need a few items for annual sports meet to be held in your school. Write a letter to WATS Sports Company placing orders for the items. So this is the question. First of all, you have to write the sender's address. That is your address. So it is Jagjeevan Memorial School and Patparganj, Delhi. And then the date. See, you. So here many students ask whether we have to leave a line after the sender's address. It's not necessary, it's not an hard and fast thing, only to have an organized or a very neat letter. Then we have to write this receiver's address. We can write to the proprietor, we can write to the manager, we can write to the managing director, whatever managerial designation you want to write, you can go for. And the address then you have to write the subject and the salutation, sir or ma'am or messrs. So as I have told you earlier, how to start the letter is you have to refer to the quotation or the catalog and the date on which it was supplied, the catalog or the quotation. So we here have written it was dated 1st June 2020, and the quotation was given by the sales agent. Then your list of requirements and when do you want it and why do you want it. It's like you can write there, mention there. So make 3 columns, or in a columnar form you can just write the items, the quantity, and of course the serial numbers is an optional thing. You want to write, you can go for it. If you want to write the cost, you can go for it, but that's purely optional. So of course I have included all the important things which I have earlier mentioned before starting this letter. All these are in this letter. So these are the important things you should mention about the payment. I have made, so the line is there, the payment shall be made soon after the receipt of the goods, and damaged goods or goods of inferior quality will not be accepted. nor will any payment for the same be made. So this line has been mentioned here. We seek your cooperation in this regard. Then you can end your letter by yours truly, sincerely, or regards, just the regards, and your name and designation. Now let's take up the letter of inquiry. Letter of inquiry usually pertains to seeking information about the course, admission process, and eligibility criteria, etc. It can be a letter of inquiry to the manager of a hotel to book a room, and the facilities and the food and the sightseeing facility, etc., you want to know. Or it or it can be related to any accommodation as a paying guest you want, and you want to inquire the details such as the type of accommodation and the monthly charges, the facilities, etc. So let's take up a question. You are interested in doing a short term course in computer graphics during your holidays. Write a letter to the director, Easy Computers, inquiring about their short term courses and asking for all the necessary details. You are Naresh or Nandini. So you have the course and it's a short term course. So these are the important things which should be mentioned in your letter of inquiry. So let's skip the format and let's come to the body of the letter, because you know it's the same as the letter which we have earlier done, that is the letter of order. So in the first paragraph again you have to refer to the advertisement, you that in which newspaper and what was the date of the advertisement of the short term course. You also need to add in that what are you currently doing, you have just done, and what do you plan to do, like you plan to take up a job in the line of software, that is why you want to pursue that course. Yes, the details are very important. Like the short term course you are conducting, you have to ask the specific details which are here mentioned in the letter. The fee structure, the mode of payment, how would the mode of payment means how would you pay the fees to them, curriculum details, duration of the sessions, whether it will be in the morning or in the evening, timings of the classes. Then if you are interested in number of students in a batch, and the transport facility if they provide. And last but not the least, you will be ending by asking for the latest brochure, and then you will end the letter.